in the Most High. Then you're going to delight yourself in the Most High. When you do this, and I will cause thee, this is the blessing. You do what he say do. Sacrifice one day and give it to him, and you get used to this. It's a change. You just get used to it. This ain't something that you just look at. Some people look at it, okay, as a Sabbath, then I don't do this, I don't do that, but you just don't do your own pleasure on this holy day. He said, when you do it, say, then shalt thou delight thyself in the Most High. You see? And I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father, for the mouth of the Most High has spoken it. He's not a man, he should lie. Just try doing this, and you'll see you're going to be blessed. And won't have to deal with so many things that happen in your life that's not right. You'll be blessed. And it's not hard. It just matter where you at and doing what you're doing. To be all right in the eyes of the Most High and the angels. It's very important. Look at Exodus, the 20th chapter. When you read Exodus 20th chapter, the first verses are about how we love the Most High, and the latter verses are about how we love each other, how we love thy neighbor as thyself. You see? And it's very important that, we see that, because that's what all the law is based upon. How we love each other and how we love the Most High with all our heart, mind, and soul and strength. It's so important. That's what the law is based on. So look at the law concerning, so if we're talking about the Sabbath, verse 8. Exodus 20 and 8. Now he's given us the laws when we're in the wilderness as the Israelites. He said, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy, pure and righteous. 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work. And you can go by this. They say in God we trust, but a lot of people, they be afraid of dealing with their workplace, especially you starting a job. You let them know that, look, you can take the King James Bible in there and say, I'm talking about the original one. The original one, you can go in there and read it. It says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. This is your freedom of religion. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Most High thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work. Hear what it say? Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Most High Wa Mashiach Yahushua, as the angel of the Most High, made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Most High blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. So you're going to be blessed when you follow what he say do for his holy day, the Sabbath day, you see? So that's pertaining to the Sabbath, right? So let's look at Exodus 24 and 12. As we in the Exodus 24 12. And Exodus 24 and 12, it says, and the Most High, who is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, said unto Moses, come up to me into the mount. The mount meaning the mountain, and be there, and I will give thee tables of stone, and a law, and commandments, which I have written. Now what you got to say, preachers? We ain't under the law. Most High said, I will give thee tables of stone and a law and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. So now you saying that the Most High's labor is in vain when he wrote these laws for us to follow? You hear what it said? Which I have written. The Most High written these laws. That's why it's a fearful thing the Father has living power. And it's a fearful thing for you to follow someone that's leading you wrong. I feel that if the Most High took the time to write something for us, that he's telling Moses that thou mayest teach them. Teach something that the Most High wrote? And you saying it's null and void, it don't matter? Verse 15. And Moses went up into the mount, that's a mountain, mountainous mountain, and a cloud covered the mount. A cloud covered the mountain. And the glory of the Most High abode upon Mount Sinai. And the cloud covered it 6 days. In the 7th day he called unto Moses out of the midst of the cloud. Now, for all you that don't know, what is this cloud? For the Psalms 104 and 3. Psalms 104 and 3. Who maketh the beams of his chambers, who layeth the beams of his chambers, Salakia, in the waters. Because everything comes from the waters, y'all. Who maketh the clouds his chariot. See? So the clouds are a vehicle of the Most High and the angels. How they travel. And the angel of the Most High, which is the glory of the Most High, Mashiach Yahushua, who walk up on the wings of the wind, right? So, look at Psalms 68 and 17. So remember it said a cloud. That's why I said you got to understand through the precepts of what it's saying to get the understanding. When we go in here, look at what these cloud covered the mountain, right? That's why we here looking at what is this cloud? What do you mean a cloud? A cloud just came down and covered the mountain? And the glory of the Most High is in it? What is that talking about? Listen, Psalm 68 and 17, the chariots of the Most High, which we know are clouds. He makes his clouds chariots, right? So the chariot of the Most High, chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. See? The Most High is among them, and the Mashiach Yahushua is among them as an angel, the glory of the Most High, as in Sinai, as we read about in the holy place. That's why you look at, and even with this glory, go to let's see. Is it, hold on, let's see about this glory of the Most High. And go to John the 17th chapter, St. John the 17th chapter, and we're going to look at verse 5, I believe it is. Okay? This is a prayer that Mashiach was praying before they crucified him. Listen to what he said. John 17 and 5. And now, O Father, like he told us to say, our Father, right? Now he's saying, now, is he praying to himself? A lot of y'all believe that he is the Most High. He is the Spirit, he is the Most High, he's the Trinity. That's not in the Bible. You see? They inserted it in there. That's why I did a lesson on that concerning the Christian Commission. You see? Let's look it up. Christian Commission. So, this is Mashiach Shai praying to the Most High. When he was here in the flesh, he said what? He said, and now, O Father, glorify me with thine own self, with the glory. You hear that? Which I had with thee before the world was. You see? So now, because he said, look, go to St. John 1:18. I want to keep it in perspective of what we're dealing with, but look at what he said. No man have seen the Most High at any time. Keep this in mind. Said, no man has seen the Most High at any time. The only begotten Son, who is a Mashiach Yahushua, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. But mind you, the time that we're going back to the Exodus, he is Exodus 3:2. This is him. And the angel of the Most High, so he's the angel of the Most High, appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of the bush. The fire is the word of the Most High. Jeremiah 23:29, giving him the word of the Most High. He always sent us angels. He always sent us spirits to talk to us. You know, Gabriel came to who? Joseph and Mary. Came to Zechariah and Elizabeth, John the Baptist's mother and father. You see? Uriel came to Ezra, you know. Raphael, angel of healing, came to Tobit. He needed to be healed. He was wounded. I mean, they have their own Pacific. You know, Michael, the archangel of war, fought against Satan for Moses and all this. All this stuff is in the scriptures. You see? Uriel gave the understanding. It is what it is. So here, going back to Exodus, where were we at? 24 and 16. Well, let's read verse 15. And Moses went up into the mount, that's the mountain, and a cloud covered the mount, right? So a cloud covered the mount. So now we done identified the cloud as what? The chariots of the Most High, the angel of the Most High, right? And the glory of the Most High abode upon Mount Zion. Remember, we say no man has seen the Most High. The only begotten Son, who's in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. So the glory of the Most High abode upon Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it 6 days, and the 7th day he called unto Moses out of the midst of the cloud. And the sight of the glory of the Most High was like devouring fire on the top of the mount in the eyes of the children of Israel. Remember, the Most High consuming fire. So he's bringing that fire, which is the word of the Most High, to Moses. And Moses went into the midst of the cloud and got him up into the mountain. And Moses was in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. See? So he's given Moses the laws to give to us. That's how important this is, y'all. Look at Exodus, the 18th chapter. And pertaining to Moses' father-in-law, Jethro. Look at verse 1. Exodus 18:1. When Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that the Most High had done for Moses and for Israel, his people. See, these Midianites are not his people. What the Most High have done, that's why it's saying for Israel, his people, you see, and that the Most High had brought Israel out of Egypt. Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he had sent her back, and her 2 sons, of which the name of the one was Gershom, for he said, I have been an alien in a strange land. And the name of the other, Eleazar, for the Most High of my father, said he, was mine help, and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife unto Moses into the wilderness, where he encamped at the mount of the Most High. And he said unto Moses, I, thy father-in-law Jethro, am come unto thee, and thy wife and her 2 sons with her. And Moses went out to meet his father-in-law and did obedience and kissed them, and they asked each other of their welfare. How you been doing, man? He kissed them. Gabe said, how you been doing, man? And they came into the tent. And Moses told his father-in-law all that the Most High had done unto Pharaoh and unto the Egyptians for Israel's sake. You see? Put them 10 plagues on them Egyptians for our sake, Israel's sake. And all the travail that had come upon them by the way, and how the Most High delivered them. He delivered us out of the hand of Pharaoh. And Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which the Most High had done to Israel, whom he had delivered out of the hand of the Egyptians. These so-called Africans, these Hamites, right? And Jethro said, blessed be the Most High, who have delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who have delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians. Because we're in captivity under the Egyptians. Now I know that the Most High is greater than all gods, all powers. For in the thing wherein they dealt proudly, he was above them. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, who was a Midianite, took a burnt offering and sacrifices to the Most High. And Aaron came, and all the elders of Israel, to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before the Most High. It came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people. Listen to this carefully. Moses sat to judge the people by himself, and the people stood by Moses from morning until the evening. From morning and the evening, Moses making a judgment to with the people's lives, right? And when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did to the people by himself, he said, what is this thing that thou doest to the people? What is this you doing, man? You sit there judging people all day long. Why sittest thou thyself alone? Why you sitting alone? And all the people stand by thee from morning unto evening. All day long, from morning into evening. Why you sitting there judging the people by yourself? From morning to evening. And Moses said unto his father-in-law, because the people come unto me to inquire of the Most High. Because the people coming to him inquiring of what the Most High feel about this, how the Most High feel about that. When they have a matter, they come unto me, and I judge between the one and another, and I do make them know the statutes of the Most High and his laws. You see? He telling them this was right in the eyes of the Most High. So that's what our people should be looking at now. Because Mashiach didn't come to destroy no law. Y'all talk about he nailed the law on the cross. Come on now. He was hung on a tree. First and foremost. This is what y'all saying. So this is what his father-in-law told him. And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, the thing that thou doest is not good. So, man, you're going to wear yourself out. Thou wilt surely wear away, see. You're going to wear yourself out. Both thou and this people that is with thee. For this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. So you ain't able to do this alone. So watch what he going to help tell him to set up. Hearken now unto my voice. I will give thee counsel, and the Most High shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to the Most High word, that thou mayest bring the causes unto the Most High. And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws. It shall show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do. Listen, moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men. He telling them, choose able men, such as fear the Most High. Y'all think it's not important? Isn't that what we started with? Fearing the Most High. He say, choose you out, Moses, able men that fear the Most High. Men of truth. Men that's going to keep the laws of the Most High. The truth is the laws of the Most High. Psalms 119, 142. Hating covetousness. Desiring what somebody else have all the time. And place such over them to be rulers of thousands. That's why we have captains of thousands, officers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s. And let them judge the people at all seasons. Let them judge the people once they've been taught. Then they are able to be officers and captains and so forth to judge the people. And then they bring, well, I'll just continue to read. And let them judge the people at all seasons. And it shall be that every great matter that they shall bring unto thee. But every small matter they shall judge themselves. The small matters, let them judge the people themselves. Just bring the greater matters to Moses. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. I remember brothers gonna tell me, okay, well, whatever you have, whatever problem you have, just bring it to preach thou wham. I don't think so. Not what it's saying. I understand this. You better go through all the channels that you can go through before you bring it to me, else I'm gonna question you about what you have been through before you brought it to me. It's just like it is here. That's why you set up men that's capable, that fear the Most High, as it's saying, to be able to deal with the smarter matters. Then you bring it up the chain. If thou shalt do this thing, the Most High command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure. And all this people shall also go to their place in peace. It's gonna be peaceful, man. Rather than having that burden of dealing with every problem that somebody has with it. Israel got problems. Got a whole lot of problems. If they don't have problems, they make up problems.